Hello, everyone, and welcome to Perilous Paths here on GDQ Hotfix. As always, I'm your host, Cutie, and we focus on adventurous speedruns, Soulslikes, Roguelikes, Metroidvanias, anything and everything else we can think of. We've got a lot of that latter category today. We've got a gothic theme going. So let's talk about our schedule real quick. First up, we've got MediEvil, any percent with Noob Killer Roof, who is apparently setting world records left and right for this game. An all-time great runner for this, and we're going to be doing the 2019 version, so it's going to look spiffy and clean. Then we've got Super Castlevania IV, any percent first loop. We're doing a race with some of the part, not in the race, two commentators, sorry, but I believe everybody's top 20, top 25, so you're not going to want to miss that. Then we've got Super Valis IV being run by Joe D'Amelio. Amazing runner, amazing game. Also, Super Castlevania IV world record holder. So, you know, a little bit of something there. And then we're going to finish out the show with Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, Soma Glitchless being done with Lonely and Jupiter Climb, both incredible Castlevania runners. So we have a very, very stacked show. But before we get into that, first, I want to shout out the amazing event we just had, GDQ, which raised over $51,000 for Lambda Legal, and that was run by my very own producer, Ray, who is still here working even after that event. So I just want to give an incredible shout out to everyone who's involved, the runners, the staff, the volunteers, the hosts, anyone and everyone, of course, people who donated, and all of you for tuning in. What an incredible showcase, and just fantastic that we could do that. And then, as always, we are the Monday show. So whenever you get a moment, make sure you head over to gdq.gg/hotfix or gamesdonequick.com/hotfix to get the schedule for this week. We have an incredible showcase all throughout the week. You'll be able to see what's coming up, including with the scenic route right after this show. So make sure you dig into those details, figure out what you want to watch this week, and make sure you plan for it. And today is also a big day because the AGDQ 2026 games list was released. So if you want to see what is going to be run at that event that was released a couple of hours ago, I think, go ahead and go over to gamesdonequick.com to check that out. And we'll see, hopefully, a few familiar names. But without further ado, I think that's everything I got for you. So let's go ahead and bring in Noob Killer Roof, who is running MediEvil any percent on the 2019 remake, remaster, I'm not sure which it is, version. How are you doing today, NKR?
I'm doing great, thank you. Hope you're doing great, everyone in chat. Hope everyone's doing good, having a good day. Today we have got MediEvil, but this time we're playing the remake. I'm known for having the record on the original, but this year I've decided to branch out a little bit. I've been playing all the MediEvil games, and this game in particular, this 2019 remake, has been going so crazy lately. In the last month, we've been getting so many world records day after day, no skips being found, incredible stuff going on. It's really a great time for anyone who wants to get in and join in and speedrun this game, for sure. I'm going to get straight into this right now. It's gonna be a fun time. Hope you guys do all enjoy, and we'll give the countdown. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Good luck, have fun.
Thank you. Gonna need some luck for some of these tricks in this game, because I'll tell you what, this game's getting harder and harder with every day that passes.
So tell us, for anyone who hasn't played MediEvil, tell us a little bit about the game, what we can expect to see, kind of like the gameplay wise. You mentioned some tricks, you can talk about anything like that as well, but kind of what can everyone expect as we're getting into this?
Sure. So because this is a remake of the 1998 game on PS1, and because it is so pretty much identical, you'd think that it has like all the same speedrun tech and that kind of thing, but it doesn't actually have that. So the original MediEvil is very known for being like a very well-made classic kind of adventure game. You kill enemies, you get new weapons, and you kill stronger enemies, all that kind of stuff. And you're exploring each level and unlocking stuff, that kind of thing. You're finding items so that you can progress. Obviously, this game is the same, but the glitches that we use to skip things are quite a bit different in this version. And it's becoming very apparent that in this version of the game, it's just as broken as the original is.
And is that a lightsaber?
This is the sword. This is the small sword. This is what we picked up in the crypt right there in the very first level. This is actually an essential item for us to pick up. We're not going to be getting very many weapons in this run right here, because the way this game works, basically, if you want to get a new weapon, you've got to kill most of the enemies in the level, and then you will be able to take the chalice, and then you can get rewards like extra weapons, extra health, and that kind of thing. Now, we won't be doing this at all. We're not going to be collecting a single chalice, so we're going to be going in with pretty much nothing. And this small sword is going to be quite important, so this is going to be one of the few tools that we do actually have with us on the speedrun here.
And it seems like we have, I don't know if this is like a Navi kind of thing, but like a little fairy following us. What is the light doing?
That's an interesting one. So that is from the original. That was when you had a ranged weapon equipped. That would be like your targeting reticle. It would go point to the nearest enemy. For some reason in the remake, they've added that onto every weapon, like even the melee weapons. I don't think that's quite right how it's supposed to be, but that's what we're dealing with here.
It's giving me kind of like, I feel like I should be the second player with a Wiimote. And I can kind of...
Yeah. That's how it is. There was this climbing up this hill here is not as easy and effortless as it looks in the original. It's kind of tricky. You are actually intended in this version to probably use the shield and the club to defend yourself as you climb up. In the original, you can kind of run past and pretend there's no boulders in your way. It's still chill, you know?
Somebody in chat asked how many rocks in Dan's diet today.
It varies. Sometimes 0, but sometimes a little bit more. I think we just got 2 there. Got hit by 2 rocks. It's not a fun time when you get hit by the rocks. You don't want to get hit by the rocks, of course, but it does happen because I will say that this game, it's kind of lacking in the controls department. I'm doing my best with what I can, you know. But I gotta say, I prefer the original. I prefer the smoothness of it. Gotta say that. I'm pretty kind of new to running this game. Like, I've only just picked this up and returned to it like a month ago, and I'm definitely getting the hang of it. Like, I'm starting to understand that, yeah, just like the original, it's got some quirks. You get used to it, you know.
So if we were to run them side by side, which one's faster?
Oh, definitely the original. The original has a lot more skips, to the point where it's like you go in the level and that's it. Yeah, you'll be jumping off the edge of the level and somehow find yourself at the exit instantly. And very little of the game is actually played. It's very much a spectacle kind of run where you're doing magic trick after magic trick, that kind of thing. This one has got a little bit more gameplay in there. It's just a little bit longer. So we're about to fight the first boss of the game right here. This is an iconic boss. If you've played this game at all, you'll know this guy. The Stained Glass Demon is a pretty memorable boss. I know guys often talk about this game. They say, hey, look, I played the demo back on PS1. And the demo concluded with being introduced to this boss, so it's a pretty memorable thing, I think.
Okay, I got high expectations now. I'm looking forward to this.
So the way we're going to be taking out this boss right here is with the throwing daggers. We're going to be doing a special attack technique that basically lets us do more damage or like attack faster than we should be able to, that kind of thing. So we can kill this guy in 2 cycles. Does require some intense button pressing with the right ribbon and all that. That's looking all good. Yeah, so the weapons that we're going to have in this run are the sword, the club, and the throwing daggers. Those are the only things we've actually picked up here today. And we're not going to be getting anything else. And there we go, he's down. So, one thing we haven't touched on yet is in the previous level, you know, when I was climbing up the hill with all the boulders, there's actually a key item in that level that you kind of need to beat the game, and I haven't got it. Because it turns out that you can actually skip the level where you... It's complicated, but basically you get that key item, which lets you get other key items, which lets you get other key items, and so on, until you eventually get the one thing that is necessary to beat this later level. And we're going to be bypassing all of that by simply skipping the level. That's what we're going to be doing here. That's coming later, though. But right now...
I always love when a run is like, we have a very important key item. We're just not getting it.
Yeah, it's important to clarify that, because there's going to be levels in this run, or like in this game, that you won't see in this run at all, you know?
So if you were playing this casually, you didn't know that tech, and you skipped that item, is this a game where you are expected to go back and replay levels and kind of find stuff with new items and things like that, or how would that normally work?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, you can go wherever you want on the map screen. You can miss things. You can go find it later. That kind of thing. It does encourage a bit of exploration. As you can see, you know, I'm doing a bit of exploration right now. You could say I've got completely out of bounds, and I am pretty much bypassing most of the level. And expect to see more stuff like this, because yeah, this game is kind of broken if you look for it. If you look for these kind of things.
I like how the perspective is changing too. Like now it's much more top down. Now we're back to behind you. Like it's got a lot of variety, and now we're very far away.
Absolutely, absolutely. We got the second boss right here. This one's a bit tricky. I'm going to use my club that I picked up in a previous level. Now, it's important to understand that the club is actually something that is, although it's a good weapon, you're not meant to be using it for most of the game. You're obviously meant to be killing enemies, collecting chalices, and getting weapon upgrades that way. I'm taking like this random weapon that's in one of the early levels and taking it all the way to the end of the game. A really interesting thing right here. At this point in the game, we have to go to the right on the map screen, but I'm gonna go down for an interesting reason right here. So we're actually returning to the crypt, and I'll hit this trick and then I'll explain what I've just done. There we go. So, interesting little technique you can do here. You know the runes that you pick up in the levels that kind of act like keys, like they let you open the door, the yellow rune opens the yellow door, that kind of thing? Well, it turns out if you go tactically position yourself right next to one, and then you pretty much quit the game, but then the frame before it goes back to the map screen, you actually take the item, take the rune, the game doesn't have time to take it away from you. Like, you've kind of already passed that check. It's tried to take it away from you, and then you picked it up after. And what this has allowed me to do is, effectively, the trick is called rune smuggling. I now have taken that yellow rune from that level into a different level, which is not how it's supposed to work, right?
And you said the frame before, so is that a frame perfect trick?
It is, but it's actually quite easy to do because of the fact that you're basically using the sword to hit the wall, and that's going to knock you backwards. So that's the setup, right? Yeah, check this one out as well. We just used... So there's the star rune that we collected from the very first level. We've then smuggled it into a different level. I'm not supposed to be able to do that. And then we've gone completely out of bounds all the way around the level just to get back in bounds at the exit, just to put that rune there, so we can complete the level much earlier than should otherwise be possible.
The swagger behind that, check this out.
It's gonna get crazy, believe me. This game is so broken now.
And I've seen a couple of times your health has gotten quite low. How concerned are we? Are there possibilities or likelihood of death? Is there any, or is this pretty well optimized?
Death is pretty likely. I mean, this guy, Sir Dan, our main character, he kind of woke up dead, so he's used to it, you know? He is kind of undead and all that business. He's working on it. He's trying to redeem himself and that kind of business. I think that health is a problem in this run. We're not going to be picking up much health. But I will make it do. You know, I will make it through with the bare minimum kind of health that I'm getting. we should be okay, and there shouldn't be any instance where I'm about to die. Fingers crossed, you know. I'll check this out. Straight over, no need to fight those enemies. I don't like it when games close a fence or a door behind you and say, hey, look, you've got to kill these guys to get out. I'm not bothering with that, you know.
Enemies are slow, right? We don't do
Of course, of course. So yeah, the objective of this level was to collect all 8 of the helmets, and we've already done it. That's it. Cool stuff, cool stuff. Guys in chat are saying that was so smooth. You're right, you're right. It was actually pretty good. I don't know what my pace is right now because I'm choosing to focus on the run rather than the splits, you know? So I wonder how well this is doing. Could we world record today? I mean, we world recorded earlier on stream today, so could we do it again? Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, we did used to have a show on Hotfix called Victory Lap, where recent records and PBs and things were showcased, and we're essentially doing that today.
I do hope so. I'm trying my best, you know. So here we're once again going out of bounds to, you guessed it, skip the whole level. There's actually a rune here that we want to get. And then the exit's like kind of far away, and most importantly, we can't get there at the moment, so, you know, as you do.
As you do.
As you
Skip
do.
everything, as you do.
Exactly, exactly. This game's really taking after the original where you skip everything. It's straight up turning into that. In the last month, the world record time for this game has come down by 10 minutes. It's constant. Things are changing every day. And just like last week, we have had 2 major skips for the 2 hardest levels in the game, and we're going to be showing those off to you during this run right here.
And so I'm always curious, this game is, I guess, 6 years old at this point. What is motivating finding all the new tech and all the glitches? Is there a new tool set? Is it new runners coming into the scene? What is kind of reviving this in a way?
Sure. So, and not to brag, but I think I am behind reviving this right now. So, kind of a funny story. This game came out in 2019. I wasn't impressed. I didn't really like this game. And it turns out, right, this game doesn't run very well on a PlayStation 4. It runs perfectly fine on PlayStation 4 Pro and the PlayStation 5, but, you know, I didn't have those, so I was getting the worst experience on the PS4, and I didn't like it. I wasn't a fan. But I've just recently got a PS5 last month, and that's completely changed the game. It plays so smooth now, the frame rate's so stable, and now it's kind of me coming in here and saying, okay, it's time to see what we can do with this game, see what records we can break, see what new clarity glitches we can find, and everyone's starting to get active with this game. It's really a great time.
So are you the one that's found the most recent couple of glitches then?
I'd say it's a collaborative effort at this point. It kind of goes like you find a skip and then someone finds a better way to do that exact skip. It's going back and forth a bit at the moment.
Oh, we're doing some backtracking.
Yep. So we're going back to the crypt once more because, you know that one level I mentioned where we have to have that magic key item, otherwise we can't progress? Well, this is, turns out you can just do this, yeah. Okay, I missed it that time, don't worry. It's fine. Missing it's a little bit of a setback. It is obviously a frame-perfect trick. It's kind of tricky. I'm listening specifically to hear if I've got the audio cue to know if I've got it or not. That sounds like it to me. That's much better. So yeah, in Cemetery Hill, which is one of the earlier levels, you get the Witch Talisman, and then you got to go do all those levels on the right of the map screen and use the Witch Talisman to get 2 dragon gems, so that you can go to a different level, so you can get the dragon armor. The dragon armor is the essential item that's necessary to beat this level. But of course, if you simply do the rune smuggle glitch back in the crypt, or you can do this anywhere, but obviously the crypt is most convenient because the yellow rune that we want is right there at the start of the level. So you can go ahead and get that and skip this level without even seeing the Dragonfire Gates or obtaining the dragon armor. It's pretty cool. Fun fact, that same skip was later found in the original, which completely changed the game over there too. And then another fun fact, the rune smuggle was found in the original, and then it was later found in this game. So it's definitely a good remake in that sense. It's got everything in there, you know? Very consistent.
That's interesting. That means they probably used some of the, I'm not a programmer, but some of the same code or something that makes it somewhat consistent.
Oh, I think they did, yes. I do think they were heavily referencing that kind of code. So here we're going to do this tricky new jump, which is like a week old, to get on top of this fence. And it's a bit tricky. But the goal is to get on the fence so we can get over the bridge on the right there, as this is the fastest way to get up here. Instead of this, you'd have to actually stand around waiting for these chickens to basically eat enough of the hay, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. It's the yellow stuff, right? Chat knows what it is. And then it hits a button to lower the bridge. Also, you're not supposed to do that, obviously. This isn't the intended way to finish the level, but it turns out you can do that. So that's the whole of Haunted Ruins right there, completely skipped. Just like that. I do think we have quite a good pace right now, I'd say so. We haven't really made any mistakes. Now we're coming up to Ghost Ship, which is a notorious level in this game's speedrun. This is one of the levels that just got a new skip. Basically, previously you had to come in here and you had to fight a bunch of enemies with only that club that you got in the beginning of the game, and then fight the boss with the limited HP that we have. But there is now a new skip, which is quite a spectacular one. We're going to be skipping all the combat in this level by some very all out of bounds stuff. That's one part of it done, and then the boss is this way. We're going to be hitting a proxy jump right here, which requires me to listen to the audio cue right here to make sure I can get the right magic frame and all that business. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to bounce up into the air. And I will land on top of the invisible wall right next to me like that, and then I will do this and that, being very careful not to fall off as I navigate around the edge of the ship like a professional. And the boss is right there, but you don't have to fight him because the exit trigger is sitting right on top of him, and that's Ghost Ship.
I love how there's just like all these platforms outside of the ship. They're like, yeah, no one's ever gonna go out here.
Yeah,
it's totally fine.
You gotta wonder if someone was doing it on purpose sometimes. Okay, Entrance Hall is a chill level. We're not going to do much in here, so a little bit of downtime before the final level of the game, featuring the newest, hardest skip.
Well, let's see. If we have downtime, I can always do an announcement. So, speaking of past events, we talked about GDQ here and other past Hotfix shows and things. If you want to catch up on any of those shows, events, marathons, etc., check it out at youtube.com/gamesdonequick. And if you're watching this on YouTube, probably in a week or so, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit the like button, and all that fun stuff.
I agree with everything you just said. Yeah, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Time Device. This is the final level of the game. This is a tough level. There's 2 skips in this level. One of them is like a week old. And it's allowing us to skip to the exit in quite a crazy way. I'm going to see if we can hit it here. This is number 1. Just like that. You got to be very careful here, because if you get knocked back in bounds, which you can do, these enemies are pretty prone to bouncing you about. You will be stuck forever. Luckily, unlike the original, this game has the option to restart the level from the pause menu. So if you do get stuck, or you want to do that sneaky cheating thing where you lose too much health and you say, okay, whatever, I'll restart the level and then I'll get it all back, you can do that if you want.
Now, Wikipedia says that the original game was inspired much by Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas, which is one of my personal favorite movies. And this level, at least to me, is kind of showcasing more of that inspiration. It's very like Oogie Boogie Santa Claus scene for anyone in chat who knows that, but like it's definitely giving me the Tim Burton vibes there.
I do think so, yes. That's definitely what they were referencing when they made all the artwork and the concept art, the designs for this game. Okay, so here we're trying to hit another proxy jump, and it's a tricky one. Hopefully we get this. Yeah, okay, so now we're up here. We got up here, so we could get on top of this. Okay, so we can get over here, so we can get onto this. Okay, no, not down here. Not down there. Oh, damn. Don't worry about that. It's okay. It revives us back up here. Now, we do have a bit of a situation. We have a little bit of a situation. My HP is quite low. Maybe not enough HP for the final boss. Okay. That jump is very difficult. And we're going to jump on this very conveniently positioned invisible floor. And just like that, skip the entirety of the time device. Great stuff. Okay. Yeah, a bit of a problem here. I don't have enough HP, so... Question, what do? I'd say we go into lair, we go heal up at the fountain, and we wing it. I'd say that's what we do. I mean, I did earlier today, beat the final boss on 1 HP, so I'm feeling kind of lucky. I think we got this.
I mean, if you're ever going to YOLO or run, this is the show to do it on. So what happens if, hypothetically, which totally isn't going to happen, but what happens if you do die on the final boss? Is this like this isn't like a Castlevania send you back to level 1 kind of thing?
Oh no, so it was like that in the original. You'd be straight up booted to the title screen if you didn't make a save. But in the remake, it says game over, and then it just puts you back to the start of the level, so you didn't really lose anything. It would mean, okay, like if this is impossible, game over. Okay, well, I'll go play a different level and get some health real quick. That kind of deal. So here we're trying to keep our soldiers alive. They're fighting for us. And yeah, that's going to drain away quite a lot of our health, which is why you probably want a lot of health here in order to make this happen. We should be good. I should be able to survive this fight.
Chat's got a whole bunch of fountain emotes.
Yep. That's right.
Ooh, little green soldier emotes. Oh, these are your emotes.
That's right. Yeah, very appropriate ones.
Go on, chat. Spam some of NKR's emotes for him. We need the support. We need the love right now.
True, because it's going to be a difficult one. This final boss in the remake is it's not a one-to-one with the original. They've added new stuff. They've made it much more complicated in a really good way. It's actually making the final boss such an incredible challenge for the speedrun. It's always a rough one, and moments where you're up against the end of the game, like the very last phase of the final boss, and you're about to die on record pace, it's all the time. It really is all the time, and I love how that plays.
Emotes are going crazy.
Yeah, we got one for everything. One for everything for these emotes. Everything you see in game. Oh, he's glitching out a bit. What do I do about that? I guess I'll wait it out. This game is kind of glitchy. Like, not in the good way, the speedrunner way. Sometimes he will randomly go inside the wall. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what's up with him.
The game just wants a little bit of payback. They're like, we've seen what you've been doing. We gotta do something ourselves.
True. That's so true. Yeah, I do think that's probably something that's going on here. I mean, this run was too good. Like, we got to set this back. Otherwise, he's going to set 2 records in one day.
Can't have that.
Of course. In this fight here, we're supposed to kill the skeletons to make him go vulnerable, while trying to pretty much manage our club percentage. That's why I'm jumping before I'm attacking, because that uses less percentage. If this club breaks, I'm basically out of the game. I've got nothing I can really do the final boss with. So that's
I didn't realize important. We had durability issues, like this is Breath of the Wild or something.
Yeah, we do have those issues. It can get bad at times. We should be fine on this one here. And now we have the final boss. Now this guy's kind of crazy difficult. Much harder than the original game. I don't have much health. Oh, we got one of these. Okay, okay. He stayed in the fight. They kind of glitch out and they do that sometimes to try to give me an extra challenge. Not gonna phase me, mate. So here we're gonna hit this guy when he goes vulnerable. We're gonna dodge his attacks until he goes vulnerable, and then we go in and smash him until he gets to phase 2, in which it gets a little bit more crazy. And we're gonna have to switch over to the throwing daggers and use it as our ranged weapon, because he's gonna go fly up in the air, and it's gonna be impossible to hit him with melee.
I love the like spider-like movement that he's doing side to side. You don't normally see something like that with a boss that's shaped like that.
That's right, yeah. This guy is, I think this is how they wanted him to be in the original game, but they didn't have time. So they kind of went in and with this remake and made sure that this boss was how it was originally, like, visioned, you know what I'm saying? In the original, he kind of runs at you and that's about it. He doesn't have all these crazy attacks. All right. We're heading into phase 2 here. So now I have to dodge some crazy attacks, and as you can see, my HP is getting a little bit low. Time is actually when this guy's HP reaches 0, which is coming on very quick. So we got through this run pretty quickly. It's been quite a good one. Had a couple of mistakes, but nothing too major.
I'm like too scared to say anything.
Yeah, this boss is intense. It's very tough to dodge these sometimes. You do find yourself getting overwhelmed.
It's not giving you much time after the shadow appears.
No,
like a
no.
half second.
That's right. Doing a great job with it right now. Alright, one more cycle and we'll have him. When I let go of this charged hit right here, it's going to kill him. Because that does 60. And GG, that's it. That's MediEvil 2019. Beaten in, I don't know how long it was. You guys tell me.
It takes a little bit for it to come to catch up, but probably about 28-30.
Sure.
Somewhere around there.
28-30. Oh, not bad, not bad. Just sub 30, which was previously thought impossible like a week ago. So here we are, you know.
Wow,
Good stuff.
you're doing the impossible. I'd love to hear it.
Absolutely.
Remember, chat, dreams do come true. So, as we're watching the end game cutscene here, now is a chance to give any shout outs, thank you, talk about the community, anything and everything. Now is the time.
Sure. Well, I'd like to thank everyone who's here in chat today, everyone who's saying GG. I won't read out all your names. I'll be here forever. Thank you everyone for stopping by. I hope you did enjoy that run. It was quite a great run right there. Really well performed. I want to say thank you to everyone who's always stopping by in my stream daily. You know, you guys know who you are. I do really love you guys. You guys are the best. Thanks for being here for this event tonight. And of course, thank you to you guys for hosting this today. I do appreciate you guys having me on here. Thank you very much.
Oh, it's been an absolute pleasure. And for anyone who is watching this on YouTube later and you can't see the chat is going wild. There's emotes, there's all kinds of stuff everywhere. There's like 40 GGs. I don't know if I've ever seen chat this hype for Hotfix. For my show anyways, I can't speak for others. But so, yeah, you definitely killed it. We are gonna take a quick break as we set up for our Super Castlevania IV race. And while we are doing that, if anyone is looking to get more involved with the GDQ community, you can always join the official Games Done Quick Discord and add the Hotfix role to stay in the loop on upcoming events, chat with staff, and more. So use !Discord. I'll throw that in the chat. To get more information, get an invite, check that out. And while we're at break, it's always a great time to do that. But don't go anywhere. We will be right back in just a few minutes.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Perilous Paths here on GDQ Hotfix. As always, my name is Cutie, and we are setting up for a race of Super Castlevania IV any percent first loop. We have 4 amazing people with us today, all of which are in the top 20. So this is basically Super Castlevania IV Olympics right here today. Before we get into that, we do have a level 2 hype train going on in chat that was started up during the break. So first off, I want to say thank you to everyone who is supporting Games Done Quick with your subs, your gift subs, your bits, cheered, everything and anything, and all the things to help keep our shows running. So if you're enjoying the stream, do consider subscribing for exclusive emotes, ad-free viewing, access to chat during replays, etc. But you can also always support the stream by sharing the channel with your friends. We put on some of the best content today, so make sure if your friends are fans of Metroidvanias, Gothic games, anything like that, go send them a link. This is going to be good stuff. But without further ado, let's bring in our team for Super Castlevania IV any percent first loop. We've got D. Crippa and D&D Nat 21 running, and on commentary, Anduin and Christmas. How are the 4 of you doing?
Doing well.
Fantastic.
Doing great.
Doing fantastic.
Excited for this race. I am very excited.
Pleasure to be here.
It's been a while since I've watched a good race.
For everyone for having me. Hope to put on a good show.
This is going to be amazing. So let's go ahead and just do a 1-by-1 intro if runners, if you want to go first. And then whenever we are ready, we can do a 3, 2, 1 countdown and get started.
Alrighty, I'll start us off. I'm D&D Nat 21. I've been racing Super Castlevania IV for almost 5 years now. Been involved in a couple of new strats as well. I love this game, love the community, and I'm honored to be racing alongside Crippa. We've worked on the same zip for over a couple of years now, and there's actually a new tech that has finally been added into runs now that I kind of worked on and then he refined, and it's been amazing. So I'm really happy to be here.
My name's go by that online name DC Rippa or Rippa. Been speedrunning Castlevania now, I think, for about 3 years. Came into the community, bunch of great people in the Discord. D&D is one of my first people I met. I would watch his streams and I learned a lot from him, and basically pretty much learned the game under his wing. We had a lot of good times on his quest to sub 33, which he did eventually get, and so congratulations to D on that, D&D on that. And I've been taking it on my own from there and just doing what I can and enjoying the game. So hope to keep it going.
We're on commentary now. I'm Christmas, and I've been playing the game for, I don't know, 6, 7 years, something like that, on and off. But I'm excited to do some commentary and watch these awesome runners show off the game.
Yeah, same here. I'm Anduin. I've been running the game for around 4 years now, and like everybody said before, it's a fun community, fun game. There's been a lot of regular races I've been participated in, and when I come back to speedrunning this, my plan is to hopefully get a 31. But I just enjoy playing it. Honestly, I don't think I'll ever stop playing it. So I'm excited to watch the race today.
What's so amazing is we were talking about this before the show. This game is 34-ish years old, but world records are still being set literally yesterday and like a couple of weeks ago. So like it's still very active, still new stuff being found. Like just like we were talking about with MediEvil, the previous run, like incredible that these games are seeing this kind of action and community and still breaking those barriers. So I'm super excited to see this race. Whenever the 2 of you are ready, just give us a 3, 2, 1 and we'll go for it.
All right, D&D, ready when you are.
All right, let's have Christmas count us down, if you'd be so kind.
Sounds good.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, D&D.
Have fun.
Good luck.
Good luck.
And we're off. So, stage 1. So, an introduction to this game is the gist of this game is that you want to build your multiplier, and multipliers are essential because you'll have a sub weapon, and the best sub weapon in this game is the cross. At least for any percent is the best. So you want to build your multiplier up to 3 so that you can get the max damage on all the bosses and enemies, and then outside of that you're focusing on damage boosting and getting whip upgrade to your long whip. So that's the gist of what they're going to go for in stage 1 here.
Yep, you'll see a lot of intentional damage boosts, and that's because Simon only moves so fast when he's walking, and so damage boosting off of the enemies just helps move them along a little bit faster through the stages. But
yeah, with that, you're gonna runners of this game have to focus largely on health management, and we're coming to our first trick. Oh, okay, D&D went for the wall clip. Of course he did. It's a small clip into the wall that has pretty precise movement, but if you get it wrong, it results in a death. So good that he popped out of the wall and didn't get it instead of otherwise.
Yeah, he got the good failed attempt versus the death there. So.
Yeah, I mean, this game can start out pretty rough depending on what strats you go for, even though this first 2 stages are really not that intensive, but they can result in resets regardless if you're going for certain strats.
Yeah, it just depends on, how fast you want to go, what you want to go for, how dangerous you want to make each stage. But once we get to stage 3, that's usually where a lot of runners, it gets a little bit reset heavy. But making their way through stage 1 here, getting close to Rodain, and we'll see the setup that they use. And there's a couple different ways you can kill him here, but the ideal way is a couple jumps there, 3 crosses up, the whip. All right, got him in the wall, and looks like D&D got the quick
very
kill.
Very nice from D&D. Very clean from Decrypa as well.
2 clean kills, yep.
Yep. So, of course you're not going to have a lot of variance in the beginning here. I mean, outside of like something egregious randomly happening, which can happen, but there's nothing like too detrimental in stages 1 and 2 that will result in like any kind of crazy lead changes.
Yep.
Stage 2, we're just doing some small lag management here and damage boosting. Like I said, there's nothing too egregious happening here. So they're just going to kind of make their way through stage 2.
And you got to watch out for these purple hands. They'll get you, and then the spiders.
Oh, I hate that first purple hand.
Yeah, the one that instantly pops in the beginning.
Rage reset.
Oh.
It's where it gets me on all my best runs, too. Even when you know he's coming. Still get you.
Yep.
So, I would say, like, as it is with most stages, I feel like there's only, like, there's very little stages where you don't really have to focus on your health, but there's a lot of instances, especially like in this stage, where you're saving your health for later boosts into the water section that is going to come up after Medusa, the mini boss here. And so what happens is if you're taking extra damage in one section, you're going to avoid certain boosts in certain sections, so like you can not, die or anything like that. So it's just a lot of like on and off management with your health.
Yep. Yeah, it's like you said, I save a lot for the river section here coming up after Medusa. It's, I know there's some variance to stage 2, but that's kind of the extent of my knowledge with what I've practiced. So.
And Medusa's here and gone. So, yes, I mean, that happens with, I wouldn't say every boss, but there's definitely a handful of bosses that are just, you see them 1 second, now they're gone. They just kind of disintegrate because that's how powerful the crosses are in these stages. And the fun fact about stage 2 is that since it doesn't have a final boss in it, you just have the mini boss Medusa. It the transition that you leave with the amount of hearts. So let's say you leave the heart here with like 10 hearts, it carries over into the next stage. Unlike other stages where you have a boss and your countdown, you lose all your hearts. So it's important to have like a handful of hearts when you leave certain stages like this, so you can carry them over and use them here.
Right, yeah, because you got an almost immediate use here at the beginning of stage 3 with the crosses here, a lot of the bone pillars and mudmen. But yeah, stage 3 is a long one. It's got 3 separate sections. So it's got the caves, and then it goes into a sort of a waterfall section, then a sunken city. It's a long one, and it's pretty different in each section. So there's a lot of ways to die here.
Oh my goodness. So what happened? D&D actually attempted the little 3-1 mini zip here, but he failed. And then Decrypa did. I'm pretty sure he attempted to do the long 3-1 zip, and he partially got it. So that was kind of impressive to see.
Look good, but I figured I'd try to do it. I wasn't. Yeah.
It was worth a try, but hey, look, you got a reward out of it in the end. So,
that gets you a few seconds back.
Yeah. Upcoming here, we're going to have the ring glitch here, which is a very common glitch that's used in the run, and D&D and both Decrypa pull it off nicely. It's just a way to skip a section, and it's basically just suspending you above the ring. But it can be dangerous because if you don't get it right, you could die.
Yep. Man, they're pretty much synced up at this point.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot of health management that starts at the very beginning of the caves here. That leads you all the way through 3-3, and depending on the amount of health you have is really dictates how fast you can move forward. Oh, it looks like you missed the meat there.
That is scary. So, like, with the health management comes with making sure that you get your meats along the way.
Yep.
Simon needs food and he needs nourishment, and we want to make sure his stomach is full. So, could be dangerous, but I think in this instance you would just play a little extra careful so that you don't take any extra damage boosts that you don't need to take. And yeah, nice. Decrypa got the ring glitch there, and oh wow, nice. D&D had a nice clean one as well. That actually can be a tricky ring to do, so very nice from both. Okay, we're up to the boss. That was great. That was a great stage 3. It was like Anwin was saying before, it's a very long stage and can be very difficult. It's easily one of the most difficult in the game.
Yeah, both made it through deathless, as clean as you could hope for.
Nice. Very, very nice.
Good Viper kill.
Yes.
Here we go into stage 4. Now it's going to be interesting when we get to zip territory in stage 4-4, but we got a few minutes yet for that.
Yep. So the other thing that we didn't really talk about, but if you die in this game, you lose your cross, and that can be kind of difficult. Of course, I'm not trying to jinx anyone, but I'm just saying some deaths are worse than others in this game. Look, man, I have a history. Maybe I shouldn't have said it. I have a history of jinxing people when I do commentary. So, but safe to say you really don't want deaths. But some deaths are actually not that bad in this game, and you can rebuild your multiplier and your cross as long as it's close to a save or your checkpoint when you die. But so far so good.
Yeah, there's no real good area in stage 4 to pick up the cross again. So dying in late 3 or early 4 is kind of
absolutely. Yeah. It's bad. It's big death.
Yeah, so, then we got the rotating room where it's we'll see. I want to see what. Oh, there's a little glitch that DC Ripa was trying to do there, where you can actually levitate up onto the platform. But he didn't quite get it there. But so they're just he's gonna do some ring swag right now.
So looks like Decrypa is gonna stay on the ring, and D&D's saving frames by not being on the ring. I believe it or not, there's some frames you save by not attaching yourself to the ring the full way through. I don't care. I will always do swag.
I'm a kneeler.
How many frames is it, by the way? Do you know?
I'm sorry?
Do you know how many frames it is, or is it?
Off the top of my head, no. This was kind of a recent find by 2Cat.
Wow.
So I'm not off the top of my head, but it's very minor. I think maybe it might even be like 1 or 2 frames at the most.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very minor. But, you know, frames add up in the end, so.
Yep. They do.
Speaking of frames, this room is extremely laggy, so.
Yeah, it's just lag mitigation is this room's theme, pretty much.
Yes, the washer room. So yeah, most of the time they're gonna try to do as minimal of whipping as possible to avoid the lag. And now we're coming up to the Great 4-4 Zip, which has many different different.
Nope, missed it.
Oh. Okay, so it looks like both of them missed it.
I don't think anybody gets it in GDQ. It's like banned from GDQ or something.
I think last time I forget.
I think someone got it.
Someone got it last time when this was like
Joe
a couple
popped out.
months
I
ago.
remember that. And, who got the zip?
Exactly.
Was it? Did Vrush get a zip? I
think it was Vrush. Yeah, I think it was Vrush. Hey, look, you know, even if they didn't get to show it off, they went for it, and at least no one died because, I mean, worst case scenario is that you're dead, so.
I mean, it's crazy how close the runs are. They're almost identical at this point.
Yep.
All right, now we got Coronat, spelled backwards, is ton of rock. Yeah. You know, it's kind of funny watching him get smaller and smaller the more you hit him, but depending on how fast or slow you can kill him, you can get these platforms to grab the early orb. It doesn't look like DC Ripa got it, or D&D Nat got the early orb, but yeah, you can jump off the platform at the top and shave off a couple seconds there, but...
Yeah, it depends on when Coronat is killed. So you have to align your platforms. You have to be pretty quick with which platform left or right that you take, so...
Yep.
So we're still on stage 5.
Stage 5, yeah, it's just kind of harpy control, the first section of stage 5.
A good way to put it.
It's really easy. Yeah, if the harpies didn't exist, it would just be a cakewalk. But they're completely random and they just show up at the worst times.
Yeah, there's certain positions that the harpies can have, and it's usually like below Simon's like whipping point, and it's usually going to be the most egregious thing, like upcoming here, like near this exit here. If it's in a bad position, you could actually just die straight up. It's pretty bad.
Yep.
And this is a scary stage too, because it's such a short stage that any health lost really can be detrimental. So, like extra health lost.
Yep. Yeah, we don't have a boss fight here on stage 5. It's just the entry to Dracula's castle. And I think this is the longest stage in the game, level 6. This is one of my least favorites.
Maybe this or 9. 9 is also very long.
Yep.
But yeah, 3, 6, and 9 are probably the longest for sure. You don't like this stage, Edwin? Why don't you tell the audience how come you don't like this stage?
Well, we got it coming up here in the next screen. That's just one example. the chandeliers.
Yeah, so they're gonna attempt. I don't know what they're gonna try to attempt. There's different ways you can approach this section. You could either do a 3 cycle, which is like the longest way to do it, a 2 cycle, or a 1 cycle. And the 1 cycle, safe to say, requires pretty precise movement. And Dekripa's looking good.
He is. Yeah, it's
awesome.
nice. That
was a great 1 cycle. Okay, so D&D got the 2, which is fine because it's not that huge of a difference, and better safe than sorry, because this is definitely one of the worst deaths you can have. It's a huge time
You
loss.
go all the way back to the beginning.
If
lose your
I
cross.
felt that off at all, I wasn't gonna do it, but it was good.
Hey, it was looking great. No, it was nice and clean.
Only because you said it honestly, Phil. I was like, all right, she said it's good, so I gotta do it. 'Cause I don't trust myself.
Oh my goodness! So if you failed it would have been on me.
Yep.
I'm actually impressed that you were able to do that with me talking, because I don't think I could do it listening to other people.
Tension gets me all the time with that. Ask me where I'm from or something. Right off the chandelier. I'm like, no. Love you, catching though.
So right now, D&D is not that far behind. It's only like 5 seconds behind. So not too crazy of a difference right now. I'm very happy with how both players are progressing, because I mean, usually at this point there's some type of major issue that happens. So it's nice to see that the neck and neck happening right now.
Yeah, and they're both making their way through the bone hallways pretty quickly, pretty efficiently. And DC Ripa didn't get the coffin boost. That one's a tricky one. That one's a really tight window, but I struggle with that one all the time. It's like the Nat got through it.
Yeah, the health is a little spooky right now. It's gonna have to play and same with D&D as well. Gonna have to
got these dancers that kind of show up randomly and they do 3 damage to you. So here at the end, it's a common place for people to die here at the end.
Oh yes,
the random spawns. But yeah, here's a blink and you miss it, boss. Set up, very good kill.
Nice.
Oops.
Very good. Nice and clean from both. Only a few seconds apart.
Yep. Guys, this is gonna go down to the wire here.
Yeah. We are approaching stage 7, which is the library. Not too difficult of a stage, but it's deceptive, right? Like, unfortunately, Decrypit took some extra damage in the beginning there, and that could be an issue, but there's always backup meat in the beginning here, at least.
There's almost always backup meat somewhere. It's whether or not you want to admit it that you grabbed it is another matter.
True. Yeah, it's like in a race, it's maybe not so detrimental to go out of your way to grab the extra meat, but it hurts you in an RTA setting, of course.
Yeah, stage 7's kind of a nice breather is the wrong word because it's still a very challenging stage, but it's kind of got a calming presence between 6 and 8. 8 being one of the hardest, and here we go. The book jump is a tough strat for a lot of people here. So let's. Oh no!
First death of the marathon.
So DC Ripa foregoes the book jump entirely. D&D Nat takes a death.
Unfortunate, because he had a nice boost from the axe. He got the good RNG and took a nice boost. And yeah, unfortunately, it's really easy to just. Unfortunate, yes, took another death. It's easy to slip off the book, especially to do book jump like that. If you get the wrong pixel, you can just slip right off that thing.
Yep, it acts as if you didn't even press the button at all. So it's really it's not for the faint of heart.
It's not even like it's a hard trick either. You have a fairly large window to do the jump in, but like I said, it's just that positioning on the book is what really is scary. Actually, I think I kind of learned it from you, Anwin, that it was like okay to just not be at the very edge of the book, like be a little bit back. It's okay. You can still make the jump, so I kind of remember that.
Yeah, it's like you got a little wiggle room there. It's like it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but
that was close.
Yeah,
that was a scary fight from the.
That was. God.
Yeah, he Yeah, that was kind of a weird.
I threw the
one.
cross the wrong way. That's why. The cross, I don't know why I threw it to the right and just set up a chain reaction. Oh my god.
My
Yeah,
goodness.
that was Sir Cool. Again, he's pretty easy. Sometimes he'll throw up his shield and block and regenerate some health, and the kill will take a little bit longer. But yeah. And then stage 8. This is everybody's favorite.
I like stage 8. I'm the odd one out, but like it's mostly in a marathon setting. The stage is very anxiety driven for sure. It's because anything could really go wrong. It is a stage. It is the dungeon. It's what it's called, and it's full of spikes and full of. In the version that Kripa's playing is blood, but in the US version it's poison or something like that.
Yeah.
But either way, you take damage. So.
Yep. Yeah, and there's a lot of opportunities to die in stage 8. There's a ton of spikes, a lot of blood pools, acid pools, whatever. And so it's pretty much death around every corner in this stage, and that's just one of the. In a PB attempt, this stage, it's really nerve-wracking because you've come this far.
Yep.
But yeah, so he's making his way through. He's taking a couple things a little safer, which I completely respect.
Yeah, I mean, the stage just has a lot of tight movement in general. Even if you play it safe, it's still very tight across the board. So
it is.
So,
health routing here is important too. I mean, you do have that big meat grab you can grab earlier.
Yep.
But yeah, he's taking some boosts off the skeletons to kind of get through some of these tricky spots. And 8-2. 8-2 is a little easier in my opinion than 8-1. But
for sure. 8-1 is definitely the most hardest. And now we're coming up to Vegas. Oh!
Oh!
Why was this?
Well,
There.
the great news about the death here, this is what I was talking about earlier, is that this is the good death, where you get across pretty much immediately here, and you can build your multiplier fairly quickly. Even if you don't build your multiplier here to 3, you can quickly get it in the beginning of 9-1. So, and you really don't need to have triple cross to beat the monster, aka Frankenstein. So.
Yep. Yeah, that's a good death. If you're gonna take a death anywhere here.
Oh, and D&D got Vegas Bridge.
Oh, nice. There we go.
So just a quick thing, but Vegas Bridge is completely RNG bridge.
And so they both fight the monster with one cross.
They are. Yes, they are.
Oh yeah. Go.
No,
Vegas. Yeah.
Vegas. Yeah, no. Vegas just was actually the term was coined by TMR when he was running this game, but it's just a completely RNG bridge, and there's a fast way which D&D did by breaking up the blocks prior and beating the cycle basically, and it saves you some time. Otherwise, you just kind of got to wait for the right pattern.
Yeah, and stage 9, a lot of people say this is their favorite song. Stage 9.
That's mine.
I'm not going to disagree. It's a good song. This song just goes and goes and goes, and it just builds and builds. It's such a good tune.
It really ramps up quite a bit. So.
Yeah, and there's not so hard parts, and then there's some hard parts in this stage, and D&D Nat in the second or the third screen here. This is one of the harder stages because you got these disappearing blocks, money bags, money pots, whatever you want to call them. But yeah,
it's just there's a couple things with this stage, and it's actually my least favorite stage. I love the song, but it's my least favorite, and it's just because the stage in and of itself is very hard to optimize. It's just there's a lot that can go wrong you can say that about any stage, but this stage in particular is egregious for how much could go wrong. And like Anwin was saying, like the disappearing platforms are a big deal, and like just a lot of hazards all over the place. D&D's coming up to the spike jump over here, which is a 1-frame jump that if you mess up, you're dead. like
yeah.
that.
There you
like
go.
That.
It is almost frame perfect. Yeah.
It is, and D&D is historically very good at this trick, and he gets it pretty much in every marathon run. So this was a very rare thing for him to miss it.
Yeah.
And the good news here, though, is there's a secret that he's in right now, and he's able to get across again very quickly and then build it up. So.
Yep. Yeah, there's a couple, 3 crosses in stage 9 actually that you can get.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunities if you die here to make up.
Yep. Yeah, the Kripa made pretty short work of getting through 9, but D&D is still not that far behind here. And we're coming up on Anwin's favorite boss of all time.
Zat-Bat. Yeah, this is the one I always do best on. So it's 21 hits to break the bat to his second form. I never mess up this boss ever.
No, never. I've never seen you mess with this boss ever.
Oh, that was a pretty good kill despite not getting the ideal height there. Yeah.
Yep.
You want to get the break up at the height where you jump across, where you jump and you throw the crosses. So that'll kill the bat the fastest, but despite not getting that break height like D&D Nat just did, that was a pretty darn good kill. So
yep. It's a very, very hard boss to optimize and get right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's probably also one of my most practiced bosses outside of Slagra, and you have to. It's a very, like, it's egregious if you mess it up in terms of like time loss. So
it is. There's a lot of time savings and loss in that boss. But now we're moving to the clock tower.
Yes we are.
And this is probably it's a short stage, but it's one of the most technical stages. There's so many little things and so many different strats and things that can go right or wrong in this stage.
It's similar to stage 8 in the sense that it's a lot of tight movement. It's like, as Anwin was pointing out, because there's multiple ring glitches in this depending on what you do. D&D got that nice gear despawn there that saves frames on lag and it makes using the ring a lot easier too.
Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, yep, there's stuff like that.
Unreal.
Oh god, I'm sorry. And that was the panic too. I saw the panic there. It was like, oh god, what do I do?
Yep.
But yeah, D&D's coming up on one of the tougher sections here, which is the skip here.
Yep.
I got stamp
grabs the ring and D-boost past the dragon there. Yep. So far, so good.
So far, so good. And yeah, and the way D&D's doing it is tricky, and there's definitely an even trickier way to do these 2 sections here. So yeah, extremely technical stage.
Yeah. And he's into the final hallway. All right.
Yeah, I love when you get to the final hallway and like you have like low health, because that's, if you play it optimally, you have low health and you just die to like the first skeleton.
Right.
It's my favorite. Anwin, why don't you tell us about the mummy?
The mummy, yes, the mummy loves to spawn in the middle when you're on PP pace, and that's one of the worst locations. He can spawn on the right, the middle, the left, and he can throw bandages or fireballs. And in the middle, it's almost all, it's just going to be a 2-cycle mummy. You can kill him in one phase, one cycle. Yeah, if he spawns on the left or right, but in the middle, it's almost a guaranteed 2-cycle, unless you know something I don't.
Yeah, and no, it looks like both of them got pretty much the same pattern.
Yeah, middle bandages is kind of bad, because if you're stuck over there on the left platform, they can knock you in the pit. So it's if he's in the middle, you kind of want fireballs.
Yep.
You see Ripa's in a just fist fight with him right now.
Yeah, he's he's doing Street Fighter here. He's like 1v1 me.
All right. And D&D Nat across the Bat Bridge here. So the whole bridge crumbling, and then the bats generates a lot of lag. So you might see them back whip a little bit to try to kill some of those bats to get rid of some of the lag on that bridge. But really, there's no complicated strategies on that part heading into the second part of stage B.
Now, the only downside is that, I mean, again, like everything else in this game, if you take damage there, which easily could happen if you whip the wrong way, it could be kind of detrimental to the rest of the stage, because I'm even trying to think of where you can get, well, you get meat at the very top here, I guess, but it's still, oh no, he's trying to build his multiplier and he can't. Poor Dicker. Oh boy. But yeah, this is the tough section the D&D is on right here too, especially if you're doing it optimally here. You're doing a lot of damage boosting and tricky jumps, and there's the ring glitch too that you can do, so.
And yet again, there's a myriad of ways to die here. You can fall through stairs, fall off platforms, hit spikes. It's just, it really, it's letting you know that you're close to the end of the game and doesn't want you to finish. So,
That's right.
Coming into the boss rush here.
Oh boy.
All right, everybody's
It's
favorite.
our most favorite boss of all time, Slagra. And the PG version of his name is Destroyer of Dreams.
Yep.
No, we don't say anything else.
Oh, D&D got a really good pattern
That's
on him there.
awesome.
So he should get a really
That was
very
a
nice kill.
6? But no, it was a 7. It was a 7.
Yeah.
But that's 6 is extremely, that's the most optimal you're going to get. So 7 that's a pretty clean fight. It's an extremely
no
clean
complaints
fight.
with that whatsoever.
He's Slagra's the most RNG boss outside of Mummy, and he's just miserable to fight when it goes off script. So you don't want him to go off script. And Decrypta unfortunately is fighting Slagra with 2 crosses, which is not ideal. But
if you don't get those cross overlays early, it drags on a little bit. It becomes a slog, I guess you could say.
I see what you. D&D already fought Gaibon. We didn't. It took 2 seconds for him to beat Gaibon. It's a very easy boss to handle, and it's nice after Slagra, and had a nice death fight too.
It was a very good death fight. In all these bosses, there's very particular cross patterns. You got to throw them to get the setup going, to get those quick kills. And D&D Nat's done a great job on them all so far.
Yep.
But coming up to Dracula, and he's got a good heart count. And
24 is very, very nice. I feel like most of the time you're coming into this fight with much less than that, like 18 hearts roughly, or less. That's a very nice heart count.
I feel like with an experienced runner, I mean, anything around 20 you're going to be doing okay with. So
And Decrypta's finishing up. Nice kill.
Very good death kill. Yep. Very,
very nice. Already D&D's in the third phase of the fight. There's really not too much going on with Drag. I mean, there is, if I'm saying like optimally, but like just to get rid of him, it's just you want to get your 3 crosses out and snipe him, and that is that.
Yep.
Congrats.
GG, D&D.
To D&D. There was a lot of back and forth with this race. A lot of back and forth. And it was extremely neck and neck for most of it, though.
Yep. Yeah, you want your crosses. You want to time them right so you get the 3 crosses out. So they're going to smack Dracula in the head there, along with your whip all at once. So usually the ideal number of spawns, the ideal number of cycles is a 6-cycle Dracula fight. So he spawns 6 times. There's people who can get 5s. It's not super common, but
yeah, I mean, you can actually get 5 without doing whip cancels too. It's just extreme. You need Dracula to spawn in all the right places, and your whips have to be executed very well. But outside of that, if you want a 5 cycle, you got to do whip canceling. So. And GG to
Thank you.
Crippa. Yes.
GG's, Dan.
GG.
What is-
That was a very, very close race. Wow.
That was awesome. You guys were neck and neck for majority of the race, and then I think it was in 7 when you took your first death D&D that it started to kind of do the swap back and forth.
Yeah, book jump. I was like, I was literally thinking as I tapped that last time, I was like, when's the last time I died on book jump? And I was just, I was like, oh, of course. Today, that's the last time.
I don't think I've died on book jump in like months, and today, like I died on it right before these runs, and I was just like, you know what? I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, both within a minute. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better race. That was a good one.
was
You guys
solid.
both did well. You know, it's funny, with this being 35 minutes long, it feels like we've been talking for 5 minutes. Like I
Yeah.
didn't nearly cover the amount of stuff in this game I wanted to
I
cover.
know.
It's
thank
It's pretty
you all.
dense. So yeah, go ahead.
Yep.
Thank you all so much for showcasing that. I've actually been trying to get this game on Perilous Paths for probably 6 to 8 months now, so I'm super excited that we were able to do the race. Now is a great, as we're watching the cutscene and the credits and things, a great time to do any shout outs, talk about the community, where you stream, how people can find you, anything and everything. Now is your time.
Alrighty then, I'll go ahead and I'll kick this on off real quick. You guys can find me on Twitch at DNDNat21. I stream usually Fridays and Saturdays. I usually try to get a weekday in there as well. I run Super Castlevania IV, obviously, and do a bunch of other like Dark Souls stuff as well. Shout outs to the community as always. Big shout out to Joe for pinging us and letting us know Joe D'Amelio is former world record, but is currently active and is running his brains out. So go check him out. If you guys want to pick up this game, I highly suggest it. There are tutorials at every level for intro and world record level. Community is fantastic and responsive. Anytime someone gets a PB, you know that there's going to be a post in Discord and people are reacting to it. I really, really do suggest picking this up. It is a fantastic Castlevania game, despite the stairs issues that I'm sure were mentioned at least once within commentary.
Actually, we didn't.
Really? Stairs boss didn't come up?
It didn't come up because nobody got a stair boss.
On the last part of 9, I think I stair bossed, and I got caught up on the ledge there. It would, yeah.
Oh, bad commentators. Don't hire me
I don't know
again.
why it happened, but just decided it happened.
Yeah, so that's, shout outs to all them, all that, and find me wherever you guys want to find me. I'll be there. So, Ripa, take it away, my friend.
All right. The name's DC Ripa. You can find me on Twitch occasionally. Usually pretty active in the Discord too. It's a great place, great community. A lot of great people in there. A lot of people to learn from. Big shout out to everybody here at D&D, Anwin, Christmas. Also, Joe for setting this up. I appreciate the invites and appreciate everybody wanting me to run in the Discord. You guys are awesome, so thanks for having me. Shout out to Quenty. And I forget his name, but the tech forget me pass. That was a big plus, so thank you. And also, I just want to give a quick shout out to just dedicate this run to my father, who passed away last year. He got me into Castlevania when I was a young boy, and it was probably the first game we ever played. I still remember riding down the store on my bike to get the game, and I would come home and we played the game together. And always be thinking of him, and just want to dedicate this run and all future runs to him. So thank you guys for that, and I think I'll end it there.
Cheers to that.
Yep.
Thank you, commentary. Thank you, Anduin and Christmas, for doing commentary for this. This is always great to have you guys around. Experienced players, fantastic runners. Chris, I'll be seeing you up in a race very shortly. This is thank you. So you guys, shout yourselves out. Where can we find you guys?
Twitch.tv/Christmas, and I have kind of been on a hiatus from speedrunning. But I
You should come back, Christmas. Come back. When are you gonna come back?
Soon.
Yeah, let's do some
I miss your singing. Miss your humming and singing.
But yeah, I do art and I do casual and I do VGM quiz sometimes on my stream. So, but speedruns will come back soon. So if you want to hang out, more than welcome to have new people. So.
Yeah, you can find me at Twitch TV /Anduin, and I learned a lot from CV4, from Christmas, and everybody else, honestly. So I began my streaming and speedrunning career with this game. I've been working on Lufia 2 Ancient Cave lately, so if that interests anybody, stop by. But my streaming is really erratic with my job. But yeah, I stream when I can. I try to keep it chill, have fun, just enjoy the process, and don't get too serious about anything. So.
I just wanted to give a quick shout out to just our wiki, because we have a Castlevania wiki.
Yes.
And a lot of people put a lot of time into it, and it's a great resource. And I just want to say CastlevaniaSpeedruns.com for anybody new that wants to learn any of this Castlevania games. It's got even some of the Symphony of the Night on there too, so it has a wide array of Castlevania games for tutorials and stuff. So I just wanted to do a quick shout out for that.
And of course, thank you, GDQ, for hosting us and allowing us this opportunity on their platform to showcase this game and providing us these opportunities. So thank you, and thank you to all who are hanging out here today on the channel, donating, participating, chatting, sending in those emotes. We love you. We do this for you. Thank you so much for being here with us.
It also just want an absolute pleasure to have you all. Sorry, I think somebody was talking.
I just wanted to basically give a shout out to the audience too, and thank you guys for being here. And I hope you guys had a fun time watching, and appreciate you guys. So hope to see you again soon.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Like I said, this has been on my bucket list for a while. But don't go anywhere, chat. We are going to take a quick break, and then we are going to set up Super Valis IV with, you've heard him mentioned earlier today, Joe D'Amelio, who is actually a former world record holder for Super Castlevania IV, running an entirely different game. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
All right. Welcome, everybody.
All right, I am back.
Oh, you're talking
like
first?
We might be live.
Yeah, I was waiting for you. I thought you.
Oh, okay, sorry. For chat, my Discord, for whatever reason, is crashing, so we are back. I'm back in Discord. I'll just watch the stream from Twitch. It's all good. Anyways, welcome back to Perilous Paths here on GDQ Hotfix. As always, I am your host, Cutie. We just saw the amazing Super Castlevania IV run. Before we get into our Super Valis IV run, yes, we are doing the number 4 today. I do want to let everyone know that we do have Back to Black, GDQ's all-black charity speedrunning event, which is supporting Race Forward, goes live February 5th to 8th, and is currently accepting run and volunteer submissions. You can submit your runs at gdq.gg/submit. And for more information about the event, visit gdq.gg/BAF. But without further ado, let's bring in Joe D'Amelio, who is going to be running Super Valis IV. And chat does not know this, but I'm going to have to embarrass you a little bit. I invited Joe on to run Super Castlevania IV, and his first instinct was to invite the entire community, all of his friends and family, and have them run and commentate instead of himself. So we had that amazing race almost entirely due to Joe's hard work, and now we are going to be seeing Super Valis IV again because of Joe's hard work, obviously, because he's the runner. But thank you so much for doing all of that for us here today. I'll go ahead and pass it off to you. I won't embarrass you anymore. How are you doing today?
Well, I'm good. Hope everybody else is doing well too. I'm just gonna go on and reset the game and get started here. Time will start in like 20 seconds. Give you a little mini countdown here. So first thing, I'm actually gonna hold LR and start. That's gonna make my attire look really cool instead of not as cool, in my opinion. So you saw Super Castlevania IV and now it's time for Super Valis 4. Probably like 5 seconds time's gonna start right when I move here, right now. So yeah, I'm playing on easy. Mostly because there's one stage that is just really annoying on any other difficulty. And to be honest, I just don't feel like dealing with it. So the time difference is really minuscule. If I did the normal category, go ahead.
This game comes in a lot of categories. I know there's like a Japan and then an international. There's easy, normal, I think hard. Kind of what are the differences between the various categories and the regions?
The categories, it's a little much to explain. The regions, let's do this fight first.
Yeah, when in doubt, focus on the run and ignore me.
All right. So the US version, the movement is almost the same, except when you descend from a jump, you start at like full acceleration immediately instead of like floating downward. The bosses also take double damage because your sword does half the damage, and some of the sub-weapons do a little bit of different damage as well.
So did you just fight death? Is this an unofficial Castlevania game?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's got Super and 4 in its name, so it's close enough. So the funny thing is, I started speedrunning this game because, you know, I run Super Castlevania, and I was just scrolling through my games list one random day in 2016, and I saw this game. And you could probably see why it piqued my interest. And I gave it a shot, and I was like, oh, this is pretty interesting. But yeah, Valis is like a whole series in itself on the PC, or PC Engine rather. So if you guys know Dracula X and how that's I don't know if you consider that a port of Rondo or whatever, but this is pretty similar.
Okay. I mean, we do have Lonely and Jupiter Climb on right after this, so we'll have to get their opinion on the Castlevania lore and where things fit in.
Lag reduction right here.
I can see the similarities.
This game's really dumbed down too, compared to like the PC games. I had to kind of improvise because I killed my dash for some weird reason at the beginning, but still went well. You can see I'm using that Pride Wave. I'm using that Shock Wave primarily. It's pretty much the strongest weapon in the run.
I do love the creativity in some of these designs here. Like, it's very different. I don't know if we're in space. I'm not quite sure where we are or what's happening, but I'm enjoying it.
I think the game looks beautiful personally. It's a little bit empty at times, but it makes for a really good speed game because you can really focus on optimizing. And then whatever you get on the boss is what you get.
And so is there any particular, you mentioned optimizing, any particular
this game's on the Switch too.
Management we're doing in terms of
if anyone has a Nintendo Switch and doesn't know that.
Kill anything like that doing a Castlevania game, or is it just kind of...
It felt kind of random
right
when I first heard about it.
Just hold right
cool
and go for the best.
All right, so I'm going up here to get these two weapons.
I think I lost Discord again, chat. I'm sorry if I'm talking over anybody. Let me try to fix this.
1, 2, 3. All right. All right, see if I can get at least one pop-up. All right, well, of course, it's right at the very end like a troll. So you see I'm kneeling at the end of every stage as well. For some reason, the game just stores whatever hitbox Lena has at a transition. So when you kneel, you only have the bottom half of your hitbox, and that just kind of transitions until you crouch again. One thing that's kind of hard to explain is the hitboxes. They're very quirky. So the timing on a lot of this stuff is actually rather precise, and it's one of those games, I mean, I know you hate to hear it in some tutorials, but like, you just have to get a feel of it. But once you do get the feel of it, as you see, you can get pretty consistent. All right, I forgot to equip my thing here. For some reason, you'll either take 4 or 5 hits for free with this armor. And it's just totally random which one the game chooses. Oh, I fell. All right. It's all good. We will get back up there. All right. So yeah, that's the one thing that actually is a downside to having half a hitbox. You can just walk through a platform like that and just fall down. All right, let's see what happens here. Falling like that? No. Oh, I wish it was. All right, I got a pretty good fight there. And of course, it's because this run didn't have any PB potential. It takes its lessons from Super Castlevania. All right, so this is a stage where it's the whole reason I'm playing easy instead of normal, because there are ice crystals that fall at random times all over the stage. And those times are 90% bad times. So I'm just trying to make it nice and easy in here. Hopefully I can hold on to this suit. I might not be able to. All right, I think I got it. Bam. No, it's the same. All right, so if you have one of those armor suits equipped, and then you equip another one and use it over the one that you're wearing, you deploy this armor bomb, which can do a lot of damage and can be really strategic in some places. I love the music on this stage too. So this is all lag reduction here. And I'm gonna try to do this. So I did a little pause there because you can only maintain your momentum on a turnaround if you turn around frame perfect. All right, this is tricky, so see how it goes. Some of these fireballs spawn at different speeds, so we can make the movement for some of these shots really, really tight. Ooh, nice. Okay, that was perfect. Legit, actually perfect. Plus 0.0 on my gold. Nice, that was perfect as well. So yeah, I've been talking to Beauty this whole time, but I don't think you guys can hear him. Can they hear you now?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
All right, well, we're doing a boss rush now. 20 hits on Tiger Guy. Oops.
Okay, I think maybe we've got it fixed. Let me know, chat.
Oh, yeah. All right, Meaties 2 coming up here. 28 hits, I think.
We are solving tech problems on the fly.
What the hell was that spawn? Oh, sorry. But yeah, what was that spawn? Oh god, these are terrible. Okay. Not much I could do about that. Those spawns were absolutely horrible. You really want Medius to spawn left to right or right to left. You can get a good clue of it too, because the game lags significantly more. But yeah, those up and down spawns are awful.
You I haven't heard before. When the game lags more, you know which direction it's coming from.
Yeah, my only theory about that is like, if he might be like physically on the left or right side of the screen. So his sprite might just be like making the game lag a lot. And then if he's up or down, maybe he's just not there. All right, final boss. Best final boss you're ever gonna see.
Oh, yeah.
He defines everything that makes an easy mode easy.
I like the intro cutscene we're getting.
He's got like 100 things that he can do, and about 2 of those things that he can do let you attack him. So I pretty much just gotta hope that he jumps and doesn't do anything else.
I love that we're going like full anime here.
Time will be like 5 seconds after the final kill too. I'll let you know. All right, let's get as many of these off. Oh. All right, jump. Uh-oh. All right, this is already not good. Sir. Here we go. There we don't go. Wow. He's really showing off. Yeah, he likes you guys a lot.
He doesn't
like,
want to leave.
He's like, look what I can do, everybody. All right, time in a couple seconds. I'm just putting on my hat. And time.
I like how you're like, I'm just putting on my hat.
It looks like it though, right?
You got to flex for the last 2 seconds before you call time. Well, as we watch the cutscene in Japanese, of course, tell all the good people where they can find you, if you stream, if the community is active, anything and everything like that. Now's the time.
Yeah, I stream at Joe D'Amelio, and YouTube channel, also same thing. And then another channel, you can add that with SR at the end. Not a bunch of mind-blowing stuff, but you know, it's my speedrun progress and stuff over the years. There's not a lot of running going on with this game over time, but you will see someone here and there pop up and do some runs of this game. There's also my buddy Shinku, who has pretty much been like my side-by-side guy with this game. Our times have been really close since I started playing. I learned a bunch from him. We've optimized this game over the years. And if anybody wants to speedrun this one, I made a pretty in-depth tutorial in normal, which is useful for any difficulty, which is still really good.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much again for being here. And as I mentioned earlier, hopefully you all heard me and it wasn't a Discord issue, but Joe helped set up all of the runners and commentators for the Super Castlevania 4 race we just had, and obviously has done an amazing job running Super Valis 4 here. So I do really appreciate you being part of the show and helping out as much as you have. It's meant a lot to me, and it's been a really great time. We are gonna get set up and hopefully double check any tech issues for the next run, which is Dawn of Sorrow, Soma Glitchless with Lonely and Jupiter Climb. We'll be right back in just a few minutes.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks for everything.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Perilous Paths here on GDQ Hotfix. My name, as always, is Cutie, and we are in the middle of a show featuring Gothic and Castlevania games. I think, hopefully, we have sorted the Discord issue. I'm on the web version now, so fingers crossed, no more crashes. But do let me know if you have any trouble hearing me for any reason. Before we get into it, do want to give a quick announcement to Frame Fatales, which is a community of women and femmes who share a passion for speedrunning, gaming, and charity. In addition to their 2 flagship events, they host activities year-round in their community Discord, like Game of the Month and Randomizer events, so type !FF in chat to learn more and get involved. I'll go ahead and put that down there. But without further ado, we are going to be checking out Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow, Soma Glitchless with Lonely and Jupiter Climb. How are you both doing today?
Hi, thanks. I'm great. First off, I want to echo that Frame Fatales, great community. I am a member, and if you are a femme of any kind who's interested in gaming or speedrunning, I would highly recommend joining. But yeah, I'm great. This is a really cool category, Soma Glitchless. Jupiter Climb, how are you doing?
Very happy to be here. Thank you so much for the invite. This has always been one of my favorites. And we should mention, this isn't the only place we're going to be seeing this in the near future, is it?
Yeah, so I found out today I will be running not this category, but this game at GDQ 2026. It's going to be a bid war between Soma All Bosses No Memory Corruption and Julius All Bosses No Memory Corruption. Should be a really good and exciting time. Like, I don't even know what run I'm doing yet. It's unprecedented.
Lots of Dawn coming up.
What's the runner choice? If somebody bid and they said runner's choice, which one's your favorite?
I think Soma, but I'm not locked in on that yet, though. I mean, I did just find out today, so.
You got some time to mull it over.
Yeah. All right, I'm ready to go, though, if we are good.
Yeah, if you want to give us a 3, 2, 1 countdown, we'll get right in.
All right, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, have fun.
Thank you. All right, so Dawn of Sorrow Glitchless. This category is really cool. It's also extremely brutal. This category, for reference, I am also like an RPG runner. I've run a lot of RPGs in my time, including like Persona games and stuff. This category has probably the most brutal RNG of any game I've ever run, in terms of how much the RNG can affect your final time. And that is because we need 4 drops. And I do have safety saves for all of them, but there will be some farming in this run. Classic Castlevania farming. So the first drop I need is Axe Armor, which I did not get there. Axe Armor is, I believe, about a 4 to 5% chance. Jupiter, I don't know if you know all the percentages off the top of your head.
Let's see. I want to say it's a 6.26.
Okay.
But I will look it up right now. One moment. As you can imagine, this comes up all the time because getting good RNG is a key part of Dawn. So I got a little pasted in cheat sheet here. Yeah, 6.26, so not great.
Yeah. Are we going to our first boss here? This category actually does not fight all the bosses. Despite being glitchless, this category actually skips basically the entire middle section of the game with something called Cut All Special Warfare. Notice the first boss goes down pretty easily. Do you want to talk about the seal I did at the end of the fight? Because people who only played this on DS might not know what the heck just happened.
Sure, yeah, it was one of the most controversial aspects of the original release back in 2000 and, was it 5?
5, yeah.
You know, it was early DS days, and every game was including some kind of a touchscreen gimmick. For Dawn of Sorrow, the gimmick was you have to seal the bosses after they're defeated. You gotta draw a symbol, it depends on the boss, and if you mess up the drawing, the boss gets a small percentage back, something like 15-20% of their HP back, and you have to continue the fight until the touchscreen cooperates. Well, we're playing this on the relatively new Dominus collection. Came out about this time last year.
We can't call it new anymore. It's sad, in a way. But
it is over a year old, but
yeah.
it is like the ultimate gift for Castlevania fans. It has been like the gold standard for DS preservation. And they actually improved the game because now you can use button inputs instead of the touchscreen for seals.
If you're going to be making a small detour to pick up the blunt sword, this is actually going to be our weapon for a good while. It's a katana. Katanas are probably best weapon type for this run, because you can cancel them really quickly with a backdash into a crouch.
Dawn of Sorrow is a katana game, for sure.
Yeah. The katana usage in this category makes it extremely technical. Because basically every time you see me swing the katana, if I need to manually cancel it, it's 3 inputs because I have to slash and then backdash and then press down to cancel the backdash. Alright. So I unfortunately did not get an Axe Armor soul on the way. I really want Axe Armor before I fight the first boss, so I am going to farm him here. Okay. I'll give this like 2 minutes. And then I will continue on and load a save.
That means it's time for some Castlevania small talk.
Yeah.
Questions in the chat, let me know.
Yeah, any questions, any comments, concerns? I hope you don't have any concerns, but...
Well, Lonely, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, what's up?
Of these many epic farms, which one is your favorite?
That's a good question, actually, because there is a lot of, like, technique that goes into each of them. You might think like it sucks to have this RNG in your speedrun, and it does, but there's also a lot of skill in learning how to farm correctly. I'm not really doing like a okay, there we go, not too bad. Did not have to load the save.
It's a great point. Optimizing a farm is honestly very interesting. It's tough to do very well, and it does save a lot of time. A good farm versus a bad farm makes a big difference.
Yeah, like even if you get the same amount of attempts, a good farm could save like, you know, up to 30 seconds if you did everything correctly. I am going to take a little safety save here.
First of many. This is a very scary run.
I'm going into the first boss, the Lord. Not a ton to say. The reason I wanted Axer before this fight is because it deals a lot of damage on him. It does 22 per hit, and it hits him 3 times. Oh my gosh, not the RNG I wanted to see. 3 lasers? He's out for blood. That?
Very nice.
I saw the laser through the wall before that fight. I saw you ducked it.
That's actually a cutscene.
Casual.
I did not actually duck
cutscene.
it. Yeah, that always.
I'm gonna ask if a casual run through, if you just normally eat the laser to the face.
That's a cutscene. Yeah. So beating the Lord gives us the ability to break these ice blocks with the touchscreen. This is one part where you still have to use the touchscreen. I used my computer mouse instead of the right stick. But here I'm going to kill these water enemies, and I am hoping for their soul. It is not required, but it can save a bit of time. Sorry, Jupiter, what were you going to say?
I've already forgotten.
Okay.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I was going to build on what you said before, where one of the nice things about the Dominus Collection is you do have the option to use a second analog stick if you want, but for speedrun purposes, mouse is a little bit faster.
We're continuing my streak of no water or soul. And then we can continue on the intended progression.
It's a good one. What it does is your punch.
Yeah, it gives you the Falcon
punches
punch.
for a lot. So
backdash movement is a big part of this category. I'm kind of going nutty with the crouch canceling right now. It's usually not this good. So crouch canceling is when you crouch out of a backdash, and it's really hard to do on controller. So usually you'll see me just jump out of a backdash instead of crouch canceling, which is a tad slower. Don't forget the work. I always do that. I stole that strat from your 100% run yesterday.
Oh, nice. That strat, very cool.
Yeah,
so that is the Doppelganger Soul. What that does, it opens up a lot more flexible menuing. You can have not one, but two loadouts equipped at the same time. And you can switch between loadout A and loadout B with the press of a button. It's actually pretty good for speedrun too, because one of our loadouts is going to be better for like general movement, and the other one's going to be better for bosses. We'll see this a little bit later. We're coming up on the soul for the category, but there's one soul in particular that is very, very centralizing.
Yeah. And it is an RNG drop, so that's fun. In fact, I think it's the rarest drop in the run, if my memory of the cheat sheet serves me correctly.
I can check as we go. I got it pulled up here.
Actually, it might be tied. Fine. A save before the bosses anyway. No! My greed. Extra platform cycle of shame.
Now this next boss is, how would you describe it, Lonely?
Well, he is a shadow, the true self. Steals your abilities. Specifically, he steals whatever your red soul is once you attack him with it. In all bosses, it's really funny because we use a super late game soul. So it's something you would like never normally see in a casual playthrough.
As you can see, we're getting a bit creative. We have given Dimitri, this guy's name is Dimitri Pancake. We've given Dimitri the axe, and well, he doesn't have the best aim. You can get in close.
He also has like a pocket knife he can use, but he often doesn't eat in there.
I gotta ask, do we know why the last name is Pancakes?
Oh, I actually looked into this. Apparently, it's actually not an uncommon name, Blinov, in Russia. I might be mispronouncing that, but yeah, it's a real last name. It's a very interesting one.
Okay, then.
And then the other antagonist of note here is Dario.
We'll see him in a
We'll see him in a
second.
little bit.
Yeah. Oh, I've been using this mind out here. I think it's better.
Sometimes Malphus will just
Yeah, you don't like it when they
like this.
hang out up high on screen. It did go to the floor, which is good because I can wail on them. You really want to get double hits in with the axe. Oh. And now we get double jump.
Now we get the,
Malphus. Yeah. This is
the movement right here.
yeah.
So to break down what Lonely's doing here, because this is, again, very technical core movement, what you want to do to get as much speed as possible is you chain a backdash into a dive kick. So it's a quick turnaround, backdash, hold forward, double jump, dive kick, often in conjunction with flying armor, which is a better forward angle, and then repeat. So, much like other Metroidvanias in the series, you press a lot of buttons in the speedrun.
Yeah, very high APM. Malphus can also prevent you. Ooh, that's not where I meant to work. Malphus can also prevent you from getting the hard landing, which is why I'll use it a lot of the time. That's a silly mistake. Whatever, we keep on going. So now that I have the double jump, I can go to kind of the next area. Pick up the Elven Room. And do a little maybe intended sequence break thing here. Menu.
This is an interesting question from chat. Somebody asked if the
we're
Dominus
gonna
collection
rewind.
allows any form of automatic seals, and I'll expand on that and say, are there any actual extra accessibility options that might make the run, a little different? Like we just saw the rewind there.
Yeah, nobody saw that. It's okay.
Sorry, I shouldn't have called attention
It's
to it.
okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Well, we got a farm coming up in a moment here. So before we get into that, let me just mention, you would hope that Dario, unlike Dimitri, would be a little less easy to trivialize. Quite the opposite. The other Dark Lord candidate is easier to trivialize. Just do this back and forth. You just gotta do this back and forth before he turns around. And, well, he gets a bit confused. But yeah, when it comes to the Dominus collection, there is no way to automatically do the seals. The button input is the best thing. For other quality of life improvements, you got the rewind option. You can make a bunch of in-game save states. I think it's up to 10.
Yeah,
nice.
10 per
Great for
game.
speedrun practice.
Yeah. Practicing these games on like console before Dominus Collection, that was like the dark ages. Not bad. Now we are going to move on to the Demon Guest House. So I'm actually not going to like fight the boss of this area. I'm just going to grab a few things and first first thing I need
What
to
are you going to grab?
Well, hopefully quickly, I will grab the Devil Soul. This farm is kind of annoying. This is like, well, this is the only optional, technically, farm in the category. But it saves so much time. You could spend minutes farming Devil, like dozens of minutes farming Devil, and it would still save time, probably.
Now, I just checked the drop rate. This is a 4.7%. Not too bad. Like a 1 in 20-ish. But it can definitely take a while if you get an unlucky streak.
Actually, my best here was really bad until recently. I didn't get a first MP bar kill or soul drop until like a few days ago. I was getting really unlucky.
All right, chat, call your shot. What you got to do is type in, it's the next one. And then the second you type that in, it'll definitely happen. Here, I'm going to start. Here we go. It's
I got a 4 hit that.
Here we go. It's this one right here. Check this out.
Oh, well,
Oh, yeah,
I got
lined up.
something.
That'll help. You can avoid going to the save if you want.
Oh, wow.
Oh, let's go. That's a great farm.
Yeah, not bad at all.
You were just one off. You almost,
almost called your shot.
pre-recorded.
And then some more mouse action here. Yep. That touchscreen you do with the puzzle. Or whoa, that's words. That puzzle you do with the touchscreen. We don't actually need to continue on in this area. I just needed that weapon I got, which is the cut-all. The cut-all has a very special property that I'm going to take advantage of. Jupiter, if you want to talk about that.
Sure. So this is maybe the most quote-unquote controversial part of the category, which is, what is a glitch really? Philosophically speaking, what is a glitch? So the cut-all's got a special, and it's like a teleports behind you special where you teleport behind the enemy. You're invulnerable, but you'll stab them from behind and then you'll warp back. It's not supposed to be used for actually moving around, but for whatever reason, when you use the special, as you'll see right here, you can press buttons.
So yeah,
And that skips a lot.
Yeah. This is going to allow us to enter the clock tower from behind.
I would say personally, unintended, but not a glitch. It doesn't break the rules of the game.
Yeah, so I guess worth noting is we do have another category with a hotly disputed name. In my opinion, it is called any percent no glitches and skips. Jupiter kind of calls it something else, but that's okay.
To be completely honest, your name is the best. Your name is better. It's more descriptive. It gets across. It's like glitchless, but also no skips like with Cuddle. I prefer intended percent because it's funny, like actually doing the intended playthrough of the game. But either way. And now we're gonna be heading over to Zephyr, which is again quite ahead of time. We have skipped 2 bosses with that one button. We skipped Puppet Master and we skipped Gurgoth as well. We are not going to be seeing them this run, sadly.
I love how a couple of these, let's call them pistons, just don't have blood stains on them, and that's your cue.
Yeah, pretty clever
I think that's a
design.
really nice touch.
Gives me a heal there because the side effect of skipping everything is I don't have the Puppet Master Soul, so I just have to get through this room by damage boosting. And then this room is impossible. Never mind, I'm a god.
Oh, easy, easy.
Hoping to use that here, skip the cycle.
Hey, Cutie, you ever heard of JoJo?
And the Bizarre Adventure?
Yeah, just wondering.
Only that one. Nothing Castlevania related that I can think of.
Okay, okay.
Am I about to find out?
Perchance.
The irony is, I have seen a lot of Aria of Sorrow, but I've not seen, I don't believe, Dawn of Sorrow very much. So I don't know if JoJo's in the other one, but...
What was that? That was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. I have to pop a potion.
Oh, this is Street Fighter Vega.
Clutch win.
Nice.
That was scary.
Yeah, that was scary after that opening.
I did, my mistake for talking there. I did not realize you were on a pixel health bar.
Yeah, so that's what the Devil Soul does. It drains 20 HP per second, but it gives you a huge attack boost. So that's going to be our main way of dealing with bosses for the rest of the run.
The attack boost of Devil is so insane. What I'm about to say is 100% true, not even exaggeration. Devil is so good, it makes no weapon a viable weapon. You can, and I have, beaten this whole game, just Devil and your bare fists. So, I mean, I wouldn't recommend it, but it can be done. For speedruns, it's too good to pass up on. You have to get it.
Yeah.
Is that a category too?
No, that one's not good.
Yeah, that would be a long... I think it took you like, what, 3 hours or something?
More than that, 5 or something. If you include all the resets and all that, it was brutal.
Who loves farming? Another farm here. We got to farm Ugo back. This one is required.
Let me take a peek. We are looking at 3.13 for Ukabat.
Oh, I guess that makes this probably the rarest drop. It doesn't feel like it though, because you can farm it so quickly.
Are there any secondary benefits to the farm? Like we saw the mind up earlier. Can you get, more XP, certain items, or we really just care about the soul as fast as possible?
More levels can be nice, but really it's just about the soul. And like if you get a bonus mind up, that also can help, but like nothing you're really counting on. All right, we need to think of a topic like stat. What's your favorite boss in this game, Jupiter? I think this is probably a question you get a lot on your stream.
Gurgoth is really good. I'm a big fan of Gurgoth. Sadly, he's not here. He's cool. He's got a great design, and you can do a lot of combo attacks on him, so it can be a good showcase for the souls you've acquired. I'm also a really big fan of Menace. And that's a scorcher. People hate Menace. What do you think about Menace, Lonely?
I love Menace as well. I think once you speedrun this game and you learn the intricacies, it's a super fun fight.
Very stressful, it should be said. Very stressful.
Yeah, we'll get there. Right? Not the worst farm ever. That was actually better than my PB's farm.
I think somebody in chat got that right, maybe.
Oh, yeah, shout out to Aaron. Yeah, perfect timing.
So for reference, the stream is like 10 to 15 seconds behind the live video that we're seeing in Discord, so it didn't line up with the stream, but right after you said that, it did hit the live run, so I'm gonna count it.
Yeah, I'll count that as well.
Works every time. We've got one more farm coming up. One more chance.
Yeah.
It'll be with Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, he's in this game, but you weren't expecting that.
Look, he literally drops the hamburger. I'm just saying.
I mean, there is a Pac-Man Metroidvania, so if McDonald's wants to get in on this, there's precedent for it.
So here I'm gonna.
I think there's a Burger King one too, actually.
Here I'm gonna grab the rare ring, more mouse action. You have to break those blocks at a specific time to break the barrier with the ball. It's like a weird little mini game they threw in there. I should probably equip everything so I don't die. That would help. Anyways, The menus in this category, it is so easy to get lost in the menu sauce in this run. Probably, maybe up there with Order of Ecclesia glitchless, which is another category I've grinded a lot. Some of the most complex menus of any Castlevania speedrun. Nice hit. All right, next boss. Going to be Bat Company, my favorite pun. Woo! But I can ideally one cycle. It's pretty unlikely though.
Yeah, in addition to the enemy RNG for soul drops, there's also boss RNG on attack patterns. It can make a difference.
Oh, that was good on this play.
Should be really close here.
Yeah.
Really nice dodges on the Gradius projectile.
Yeah,
It's like
that
you were
was-
playing a shmup, for real.
Yeah. Ooh, that was scary. That got the heart rate up. Should have worn my Fitbit for this run.
So what did we just pick up there? What does that soul do for us?
Yeah, so Bat Company lets us transform into a bat. If you're familiar with Aria of Sorrow, so you'll know the bat is like super good top tier. I've gotten the backdash out of the save like 5 out of 6 times this run. That's crazy. What is happening?
Is that a frame perfect?
I don't think so. I think it's 2 frames. But
Still
anyway.
really sick consistency.
Yeah. Is it a glitch? This is a discussion we need to have. Anyway. Yeah, it lets me transform into a bat, which lets me get into gaps. But anyway, the cool thing about Double Soul, and apologies if you said this while I was gaming, I was locked in, it can never kill you. So as long as you can remain at, less than 10 HP, you will never die. I have to be very careful about what I sell here. No. Wait, what the? Can I sell Ninja Suit? I do not remember. I'm too tired.
It shouldn't be a big deal.
Okay. I trust you. These, some of these, some of these. Ooh, just barely off being able to afford 3 potions. Should be fine.
Now, we just upgraded our katana in a big way. Hammer, the shopkeeper, at this point in the game, will sell a really nice sword called the Masamune. And
Yeah, that could
something
just,
that's worth noting about Dawn. Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go.
I just want to say there aren't that many good weapons just lying around. This is about the best we can do.
Yeah. It's actually like just one of the best weapons in the game, and when combined with Double Soul and good canceling. Ooh. Nice Medusa. A lot of the
Some
soul
people might be
weapons in
asking,
this...
like,
Oh,
Yeah,
I
go
was just gonna say, a lot of the weapons in this game you have to upgrade with the soul fusion mechanic, which is obviously very inconvenient for us. There were old glitchless routes that grabbed the Lilith soul to upgrade the Durandal, but we just use base Durandal now.
yeah, so
What's
that's
up?
why you're not going to see claim or something like that here.
Yeah. Another heal. Oh, excuse me. Another save here. This is actually the last time I'm going to get to save for a while. I have to do a farm and then a very difficult boss fight. So if I die to the boss fight, I may have to do the farm again. In practice, I will probably load a save. But you know, if I were doing like a leaderboard legitimate run, it's a pretty brutal part of the run. The final farm coming up gonna be like Jupiter said with Ronald McDonald. I'll give this one a few minutes as well.
Same drop right here as Devil, 4.7%.
And you say a few minutes, but it seems like our farms have been relatively quick. Is that how it feels to you?
Yes. So far they've been going well. I've definitely spent like dozens of minutes on each of these farms before.
Well,
especially that double one. Because we used the weapon.
Hopefully we don't have enough time for me to finish the announcement that the farm goes quick.
Yeah, go for it.
GDQ is hosting its very first Disability and Neurodivergent special on November 29th and 30th, so only a few weeks away, and the event will celebrate speedrunners who identify as disabled or neurodivergent in any way that is meaningful to them. So if you'd like to apply to run, you can run to apply too. Both are good. Applications are open through November 9th, so that's about a week away. So make sure if you're interested in that, you go ahead and get those applications in. You can type !DND in the chat for a link to apply. I'll toss that in now.
I actually do need to apply to that. Thanks for the reminder.
There we go.
My timer
I think the,
is at 33 right now. I'll give this until 35. And then I'll load a save.
I check this out. And check this out. Boom. Check this out. No! It wasn't this one. Keep going, chat. Eventually someone's gonna invoke it correctly and we're gonna get the soul drop.
Alright, next one. This one. This is the one.
This one's a tease because he like bursts into red confetti, which is also the color of the soul. So sometimes if you're not paying attention, you can get yourself typed up.
Lonely, do you have time for another question? Another small
what's up?
question. Hang on, I gotta think of one. Well, what is your favorite song in Dawn of Sorrow? A lot of good ones in the soundtrack. What do you think is number one?
That is a good question. I think we only hear it once in this category, but the Clash in the Dark Night, which is the one that plays when you play Zephyr as well as Gurgoth, is really good. What about you?
I think I agree with you, honestly. There's also some good music that is Julius mode exclusive. One of the many reasons to play that mode. Some say it's the best way to play Dawn. I wouldn't agree, but Julius mode owns. Maybe the best extra character mode in the series.
Okay, a few more tries here. Like I said, I'll give it till 35 on my timer.
Where are we at right now on your time?
34:52.
Give it to 36.
Okay. Respect.
Give it to 36.
Yeah. You do have, as we talked about pre-show, you do have a little bit of space on your estimate, so it's okay if you want to...
Yeah. Well, I'm probably going to die to the late game, but... Oh, there we go. I'm probably going to die to the late game bosses like a million times, which is why the estimate is so high. But we'll see.
The soul was like, I'm just joking. I actually want to be in this run. Please don't reload me.
Oh my goodness.
That's right. Just complain.
Yeah, I did not get a hamburger drop, which is kind of surprising with all the attempts I did. Hamburger is like completely useless, by the way. It recovers like 20 HP, which will instantly get eaten up by Devil. All right, Paranoia. Pretty annoying fight. Hoping for a 1 cycle. Nope. He instantly went in. This is annoying.
Yeah, 1 in 3 bad RNG there, unfortunately.
But we're not dead. And you know, sometimes that's all that matters in these runs. I'm gonna grab this stuff. I'm gonna be making a second safety shopping trip. Optimally, you would only be making the one in this entire run, but I'm gonna be making a second one for safety. So we made it through the pretty scary, the first of many pretty scary sections. Like I said, you have to go quite a while without saving here, so it's quite scary when you're doing like attempts of this game. But now we can go to the pinnacle. We got Paranoia, which will let us fight the final boss without getting the worst end, or not final boss. Fight the upcoming boss without getting the worst ending. Ooh, nice. That I can use that. I think.
I think theoretically, Guillotiner is optimal. You just almost never pick this thing up.
Yeah, you never even
like this
kill one of those guys.
Devil?
That guy was just in my way. Oh, yeah, okay. With Devil, probably not. Maybe on Menace leg?
What you can do if you want to get real fancy, like when a Goonie's coming in, you can kind of set one right before he like charges down from the ceiling. Only if you want to get really fancy.
That sounds way too hard for me. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Too fancy. I'm not even sure it's faster.
For fun and whimsy, can you tell me what the chance of getting that guillotiner drop was? If you
Good
still
question.
have the cheat sheet up.
Yeah, it's right here. It is lower than I thought. 6.26%. Lucky.
Yeah.
But it's one of the really cool things about Dawn speedrunning. I think Lonely will agree with this. That's yeah, the RNG is unfortunate to deal with sometimes, but there's a lot of things that are optional where if you happen to get them, it changes your approach to movement or combat or whatever else. Kind of neat. It's not just a case of you have to get this or you reset. There are some examples of that, of course, but also sometimes you'll get something and then it can change how you play. Like in this category, there's a few of those. In intended percent, there's like 5 or 6. So
there, I used it to break the ceiling. That's probably the best we're getting. Double. Oh. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, this fight's really scary. One of the scariest in the entire run for sure. This guy has like 1,000,000 health. This is slow, but I'm gonna take it because it's pretty safe. This hand swipe attack is very scary.
Not the best RNG from a Goonie here. That's better.
Like I said, this pattern where he shoots the fire, not the fastest, but I can get hits in on him safely, which is kind of what I want. Oh my god. sucks. I'll do a quick rewind. Oh my god. This is not good.
Classic Aguni.
Yeah. Oh, I don't.
So yeah, imagine for a second that you're doing speedruns of this, you're on PB pace, you've gotten good luck with Axe Armor, good luck with Devil, good luck with Ukabak, good luck with Ronald, good boss RNG, finally the stars have aligned, then you get to this fight, and basically you've got to no-hit this guy.
Yeah.
And now we've got a couple bosses come up that are even tougher. This is a very demanding, very stressful speedrun. It asks a lot of you.
I like the glazed order of Ecclesia glitchless, but if I'm going to be real, this category is probably more demanding.
Hey, Ecclesia is a really good speed game too.
Yeah. They're both great and difficult categories. Oh, I see someone asking in chat, so just to clarify, the rewinds do invalidate the run. Like, you're not allowed to use those for leaderboards. It's just kind of for purposes of keeping the run going along.
It makes all of these DS games super marathon safe, which is great.
Yeah. Even though it personally bothers me a lot to use them, even though I know I'm the only one who cares. That's cool. Oh, I'm gonna do this now. Because I always forget. And by always, I mean like half the time. I need to have Mina's Talisman equipped for an upcoming cutscene to get the true ending. A lot of requirements to get the true ending in this game. Pretty cool though, in my opinion. Makes the game pretty fun to figure out. I remember playing this as a kid. I did not figure out how to get the true ending. So I just fought Dario at the top and I thought that was it. Okay. That would have been nice earlier, actually, but now he's useless. Now we have a cutscene. This category is also pretty unique for Castlevania because it has a cutscene that you can't skip. So, Kitty, if you have any announcements, now would be a great time. This cutscene's about a minute.
Absolutely. I did see earlier in chat someone did !BAF, which is a reference to Black in a Flash, which is a community that uplifts and connects Black speedrunners of all levels, offering a space to collaborate on speedruns, challenge runs, and randomizers while celebrating Black voices in the speedrunning scene. So if you're interested in learning more or to apply to join, you can go to gdq.gg/BAF and follow @blackinaflash.bsky.social for updates. And don't miss their upcoming events. They have Speeding Through the Holidays December 27th to 28th and Back to Black 2026 on February 5th. And submissions are open now for both of those at gdq.gg/submit.
Yeah, a lot of love goes into Black in a Flash. Really awesome, group of people that popped up. Super much love to them.
I'm kind of curious, if you farm the giant slug there, what kind of soul does it give you?
Jupiter probably knows. I don't know off the top of my head. It's a yellow soul, I believe.
It gives you a snail that crawls along the ground and it does mid damage. Yeah, it's actually projectile, which is funny, but not the best.
I figured it would be like slime based or something, but
there is a second snail we're going to see at the very end of the game. That one makes you immune to poison, which is a little more what you would expect.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So I did another cut all abuse there to get around to the other side of the tower section faster.
those were definitely not Metroids, right?
Yeah. So let me level with you here for a second, chat. This run can be a sub 1 hour, which was kind of like my goal for this. But it kind of involves me not dying to the remaining 3 bosses, which are kind of like the 3 hardest bosses in the game. So I'm kind of gonna lock in for the rest of this.
We got a Game Facts shout out in chat. That's bringing back memories.
Oh yeah, that's the game pad.
And whoever spent hours developing ASCII art to put at the top, incredible.
Yeah.
10 out of 10 work for all of you people.
The next fight is Death. I think Jupiter and I could both talk for like an hour each about how much we love this fight. It is one of the best fights in all of Castlevania.
It owned. The Lonely's gonna lock in. I can tell you a little bit about what we're looking for here. So this is once again a devil fight, as they all are. But what you can do is switch between Masamune and Durandal, depending on the pattern you get. Both are good with devil. We're also kind of hoping for different patterns for phases 1 and 2. So phase 1, you actually want Death to keep the scythe. A little bit better that way. For phase 2, you want the opposite. That's a really good phase 1. Any hit kills here, it's so scary.
The low scythe is a little scary.
Nice.
Hold? I might be dead from this side. Nope. Okay. No! No! Oh my god.
No.
Okay, we're just gonna rewind that because I wasn't sure if that was
That
gonna
was
kill
such
me
a
or
good
not.
fight, but you can't forget about the big one. It's a little bit rude for that to still have an active hitbox. The mini sides get sucked away, but the big one, if it's already in an attack, it can get you.
Yeah.
Classic death.
That was funny.
That can happen in Aria too.
Yes, it can. Ooh, that was
Now, personally, I love the Abyss. This area is also really tough in a speedrun, but it's got some great movement. And
yeah, I have to go to love it, but I do. Go. Ooh, I learned this finally.
Nice, perfect.
I thought that was hard, so I put off learning it, but it's actually like not bad at all. You know? Not completely free, but not too bad either. Get up there, please.
Now, a point from chat that I totally agree with. It's a little odd in terms of the lore that in neither Sorrow game does Death actually talk to Soma. You know, Death and Dracula, they go way back. You played the Castlevania series, you know that. So, despite Soma being, spoilers, the reincarnation of Dracula, maybe a missed opportunity for them to have some dialogue. Hard to say. Apparently there's a novelization, I think it's Japan only, that takes place after Dawn of Sorrow, and they do have some interactions there.
Never heard
That's a
that
deep
before,
cut, though.
but yeah, that's an extremely deep cut. So we're making our way through the abyss, kind of past the scary part now. Actually, I take it back. These guys can be scary. I'm gonna do one Malakota attempt for the culture. The Malakota is a super broken soul that if I get it, I can use it on the final boss. No, okay.
One more. One more.
After Abaddon.
Actually, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, if it wasn't for Devil, this would be the best soul in the game, and we do use it a lot in other categories, mostly glitched categories. But Devil is better. It has got an epic 2.35% drop rate. There are certain categories where you need to get that either first or second try.
Yeah.
You can't get record. Fun.
Oh, goodness. Don't do this to me. So this fight's cool. You just stand in the corner and cancel and hope he dies. All right. Cool. My PB actually died to that guy.
If you missed the ceiling there, because that was super quick, what would happen? Would it boss revive? You'd have to kill it again, or?
It would gain back some of its HP, and it would continue its current attack, which in that case means I would have died. So the Black Panther, enemy that can drop the fastest movement in the game. Looking like we're not getting a Malakota this run. One more try? Nope.
We do have one more chance at Panther, but even if you get it immediately, it doesn't save that much because there's not much game left. We're nearing the end here. Final boss soon.
All bosses needs the Grand Panther because it just does so much movement after the Abyss. But because we're done with the game, we're gonna go fight the final boss now. It's not worth farming in glitchless. Or any percent which glitches to the end. And then fight the final boss pretty much. Cool
Now, what
here.
can we say about Menace?
Oh my goodness, it is such a fight.
What I'm going to say about this fight is, phase 1 is pretty straightforward.
Well, first off, I'm going to take my safety shopping
cook.
trip.
Oh, yeah, right, true. Yeah, we're going to get to that. But
Which I probably should have
I like
saved
Menace a
for
lot because it's...
Whatever. Sorry, continue. I'm mumbling.
Yeah. So Menace 2, it's like the patterns. Like Menace has got like 3 moves. He's got like 2 punches and a step move, and that's it. And he can also summon a bunch of spawns. Despite that, there's a whole lot of complexity that like emerges from the combination of like 3 or 4 moves, mostly because of the spawns. You're gonna notice these little like Langolier type enemies. They're totally unpredictable. They can kind of spawn whenever Menace wants. They're especially likely to spawn in if you're too far away. So you want to be close, not too close, but close enough to do some damage and avoid those spawns getting crazy. And then you got to just try your best. It's a lot of reaction. It's a lot of playing on your feet. It's a great fight, but really tough.
It is also so weird that the Langoliers from Stephen King's The Langoliers are in this game. I don't know why they did that, but I'm not complaining.
Can you believe it's a part of Castlevania?
Yeah. Abaddon. All right, here we go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Wow. You want to attack me? That's not even like fast or slow. I just want him to put up a good fight. Alright, that's phase 1. Now the fight can actually begin.
So we've got 2 weak points to attack here, the head and the knee. Almost everyone starts with the top first. Here come the spawns. Can't quite one-shot with the devil, which complicates things.
Yeah, if you're in chat, please lend me your energy. This is a scary fight. Ooh, okay. Alright, that's the head taken down. Ooh, 2 spawns is scary. Whoa! Yo! The good thing about tanking a hit from the spawns is that they disappear after they hit you.
Great dodge.
Oof. Alright, so I have no more healing. Nice. Easy clap this time.
Yeah, very nice. Gee.
Ends of hour, at least on my time.
Oh, was that time?
58:40. Yeah, that was time. Sorry, I should have called it louder.
GG's.
Oh,
Yeah, we're looking at a sub 1 hour for sure.
yeah, nice.
Well, as we watch this cutscene or click through it or get to the credits, whatever's going to happen, I don't know. Why don't you tell all the wonderful people where they can learn more about you, if you have any shout outs, if there's a community, we've talked about the Diamonds collection a little bit, anything and everything.
Yeah, we have a Discord for all of the GBA and DS Castlevania games. You can find them on any of the speedrun.com pages. Really great community. Lots of people who are willing to help you out. I'm Lonely. You can find me on Blue Sky and Twitter, Lonely RTA. I don't really stream as much anymore, but I'm also on Twitch, Lonely RTA. Like I said at the beginning, I'm going to be running this at AGDQ, so maybe there will be some practice streams. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Jupiter, if you have any shout outs or things you'd like to say.
Yeah, if you all enjoyed the run today, please do me a favor. Go follow Lonely. She will be streaming more in the lead up to GDQ. She's a Castlevania legend. This was a great run today with a really fantastic final fight. I think that would be a wise person to follow. So, but yeah, it was great being on. Thanks for inviting me. Really cool to be here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for having me as well, TD. First time on
thank you
Perilous
both so
Paths.
much for showcasing this run. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you all here. Jupiter will be back on in another couple of shows. We're planning something a little bit special, so stay tuned for that. But that is it for us here on Perilous Paths. So I do want to give a quick thank you and shout out to everyone who has come on today. So there was a lot of people. I'm not going to say all the names. I think we had like 12 or something. So thank you everyone who ran, commentated, and was otherwise involved. Appreciate everyone's patience in chat while I had some Discord tech issues myself. And of course, I want to thank my production partner, Ray, for all of their hard work behind the scenes. And of course, the amazing work they did on GDQ over the weekend. that is it for us, but don't go anywhere. We are going to have Scenic Route hosted by Osmorn on right after the break, so stay tuned.